Alright YouTube, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Today guys, we are gonna talk about the mikankos. So we're gonna skip first Galaxy Eyes because I think it's really hard to use that deck in Diamond and onwards. People already know how to counter it. Choke points are really easy to notice for this type of build as well. But nevertheless, yeah, we're gonna talk about mikankos for a bit, and then later on the line we will try to use Galaxy Eyes. So first and foremost, mikanko's strategy is going second, and if ever your opponent has a monster in the field, you can basically win the game from there on out. So this is the build that we're running. For our tribute, or for our kaijus I mean, we have 3 copies of Lava Golems, 2 copies of Thunder King, and then 2 copies of Jinchuriki. As long as you have kaijus or Lava Golem, you can tribute your opponent's monster, and then you can win the game from there on out. Mikankos are Mikanko monsters, except for the Ohime, has an effect if ever they are equipped with an equip spell, they take no battle damage, and also they cannot be destroyed by battle. If you have the Huli on the field with an equip spell that you control, basically every Mikanko card, and you heard that right, every Mikanko card that you have cannot be targeted for effects. So that is insanely good for the archetype, for its protection. You can just sit on the Huli for quite a long time with an equip spell, and then basically your opponent doesn't know what to do. And I have a few replays to showcase that one. We are also running 1 copy of Nibiru here because Nibiru is a really good go second deck. And if ever you summon a token to their side of the field that is really fat, then basically just equip that monster with an equip spell, and typically you win the game from there on out. Now for the equip spell. We are running a copy of Axe of Fools here, 2 copies for that matter, because the double-edged sword is kind of expensive for this type of build, but this is the recommended one for a Mikanko deck, by the way. So the effect states the equipped monster gains 2000 attack, so that's really good, twice the amount for the Axe of Fools. And also both players take any battle damage from the attacks involving the equipped monster. So with the damage that you dealt with your opponent's monster from the Mikanko monster, it is doubled with the effect of the double-edged sword. So it's really insane if you have this card in your arsenal. But if you are in a budget, just go for Axe of Fools. Now people also are running 2 copies of Fire Dance and then 3 copies of Arabesque. For this type of build, just go for 2 copies of Arabesque and then 1 copy of Fire Dance. It still works though. The deck still works at its own pace. We are running also 1 copy of Mayuwashidori and then 1 copy of Reflection Rondo. 2 copies of the Ceremony for your Ohime to be summoned to the field, and then 1 copy of your Rivalry. This card can also add 1 equip spell from your graveyard. This needs to be banished as well. For your staples, we're running 3 copies of Ash Blossom, 3 copies of Maxi. I think that's basically it. Hidden Armory allows you to get any equip spell, and Preparation of Rites allows you to get the Ohime. So that is the deck. Very straightforward. I really thought that this was a convoluted type of deck. Extra deck wise, 3 copies of your Herald of the Arclight, 1 copy of Infernal Knight Captain Roland. You can do that with Ash Blossom as a tuner. For your Exi monsters, we have 1 Livenier or Leviar, 2 copies of number 49, 1 copy of Cicada King, 1 copy of Downward Magician, and 1 copy of Divine Arsenal AA Zeus. For your League monsters, you have your Nightmare Phoenix, your IP Masquerena, your Donner, your Nightmare Unicorn, and lastly your Axe Scout Talker. So those are the cards that you'll need, and let's go towards the replays and showcase the deck out. Alright guys, so here we are with the replays, and we have 5 replays for you guys today, and typically we already have a really good starting game since our opponent is going first. So things about this, if you won the coin toss, typically you want to go second, and if your opponent notices that you are going second, then you are evidently using Mikankos, and that is very awkward because your opponent doesn't summon a monster in the field, and basically you can do OTK during that turn. We have a starting hand of Maxi, Ash Blossom, 1 Hidden Armory, 1 Axe of Fools, and Pot of Extravagance. So we are starting off with our opponent. We are going up against Sky Strikers here. So he summons a monster or a token, by the way. So go for Maxi, allowing us to draw 1 card. There we go. And I think he just settled on the Shizuku with what you call this? The multi-roll. Yeah. So that is basically his go-to plan there. We just need to Ash Blossom that. Doesn't really matter. And luckily, we had 1 Kaiju on hand. And to top it all off as well, an Uhime on our draw phase. So this is a really good card. So there we go. Go for Hidden Armory, get a second copy of Axe of Fools. Our Uhime will get a copy of Ceremony, sending the Mayu Washidori, I mean. And then we equip our Jinchuriki with a ton of equipped spells. Go for Uhime in the field. Go for the Ceremony, sending one monster to the graveyard. Use of the Mayu Washidori, and equip that monster. So that's basically it. Easy enough to do. And that's our game 1. Alright guys, so here we are with game number 2, and we are going second still. So we have Lava Golem, 1 Huli, or 2 Hulis, 1 copy of Harry, and 1 copy of Ceremony. So we just need the Uhime on the field. If not, we can still work with this. So our opponent is going to go for Ogre here, get a copy of his, preparations. And this is a Cyber Dragon Kashtira deck. Shocking as it is, this actually works. But yeah, I think let's just fast forward this, because I think he's just going to summon a ton of monsters, and then we go for our turn. There we go, birth of the field, getting a copy of Ogre, and then summon that monster with 1 face-down card. I think that face-down card is, oh yeah, the preparations, yeah, there we go. So we got a copy of, what did we get for our draw phase? The Mayu Washidori. There we go. So with that, use the effect, and then basically we'll sit on the Huli on the field. So this is untargeted and cannot be destroyed by battle. So insanely good. And then bounce back our monster for the next turn. So very disgusting playstyle for this type of build, and yeah, I'm sorry for this type of disgust. But this is the mikanko. There you go, and he keeps on spell summoning monster to the field. So yeah, he doesn't notice the Lava Golem still on our hand. Really, really good from the bounce back of the Mayu Washidori. But he's still gonna go for it anyways. Nevertheless, I think this is the only play that he actually did for going for Underworld Goddess to Close Worlds. So there we go, and then yeah, I think we got we were lucky on our draw here. So there we go, draw phase, get a copy of Jinchuriki. So tribute his Close World, go for Huli on the field, and equip it with another equip spell. There we go, and then bounce it back to our hand. So yeah, untargeted and cannot be destroyed by battle. If you sit on this for a long time, basically your opponent just scoops, evidently. So there we go. I'm sorry, I'm just laughing because the whole thing is just so slow, and I'm just being degenerate at this point on. So he keeps on summoning a ton of monsters, and yeah, he's gonna summon Nightmare Phoenix, hoping that he can target my back row. Of course, it can't be because it is a mikanko card. He's gonna go summon a unicorn to the field, and the worst thing here is he uses the effect. Bounce back the unicorn, and that's basically it. So god damn, this deck is such a degenerate. Oh yeah, he won the we won because of the time limit, because he was thinking so hard about this. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Alright, game number 3 guys, and another degenerate game for 2 Kaijus, 1 Uhime, 1 Axe of Fools, and 1 Arabesque. So let's go. Our opponent is going to go first. Go for Rice Heart on the field, and that's basically his board. So yeah, he's gonna go for Maxi here. We're gonna go for Uhime, trying to get the Ceremony, but we will get Ash Blossom here. So there's no point in doing so or doing anything. So yeah, go for Arabesque, bounce back his monster, or yeah, bounce back his monster, special summon the Huli on the field. And that is basically one of your go-to plans if ever you can't gain an access to a monster. One of the reasons also for having 3 copies of the Arabesque. So there you go, our rivalry in the field. We will get Harpy Spirit Duster on our back row, so that is very, very bad. Really insane. But we can't do anything about it. So our opponent, our card is now, it can be destroyed by battle now. So there you go. So you just need an equip spell on the field, basically. Even though with that draw, by the way, so he did not get any access to any cards that he wants. For the Ohime, on our turn, we get a copy of Fire Dance, allowing us to revive back a monster from our graveyard, which is the Huli. And on our side, going for the Jinchuriki summon, equip the Jinchuriki, attack the Jinchuriki for 300 to his life points as well. And that's basically it. We're just gonna set this one out on our field. Go for Dark Hole, and then we'll go for just Chain Maxi in case that he's gonna summon Kashtira monster. So he's gonna destroy my Jinchuriki here, but my monster is protected by the effect, or by its own effect, or was it the spell card? Oh yeah, it's on its effect. Yeah. Oh, there we go. It's the equip spell. Sorry. There you go. So we got a copy of Arabesque, really good. Going for the Harry. Harry will gain access to an equip spell. Harry is the secondary useful card for the mikanko, by the way. I think the water one was for change of artifact, if ever it is equipped with an equip spell. But yeah, there we go. He's gonna summon the unicorn on the field. So we're just gonna sit on the 2 copies of Huli in the field, equipped with an equip spell. So they're going for Rise Arc here. Go for the Birth. Birth will then spell summon a monster from the banished pile. Go for Fenrir. Fenrir will search out a copy of Fenrir. Normal summon Fenrir. And I think he's gonna scoop here because he doesn't know that, you know, my monsters are, or my cards in general are untargeted by effect. Blah blah. So there you go. Alright guys, so here we are with game number 4. We have 1 Maxi, 1 Ash Blossom, 1 Nini, 1 Ceremony, and 1 Arabesque. So our opponent is going first, and I think he's using Purrely here. So the thing about this is a really good counter as well for the Purrely archetypes. Since if you have 1 copy of Kaijus, evidently you're just going to tribute their fat monster, and then you'll win the game from there on out. Some people just scoop immediately afterwards. But yeah, during his search, we'll go for Ash Blossom. We will get Called by the Grave here. Really bad. But we can't do anything about it. So there we go. Let's just fast forward this. Typical play. Go for this. We'll chain with our Maxi. He will special summon a monster. Getting another my friend Purrely. Yeah. There we go. And this is by far what he did. This was one of the funny gameplays that I want to showcase to you guys. So there we go. He's gonna gain more materials into the plump, and he'll settle the game there with 4 material plump. So during our turn, we'll chain with Maxi. We can't use our Ash Blossom because we were called by the grave a while ago. So we'll quick play into the Ohime on the field from the Ceremony. And that's basically it. The thing about the Mikankos is you just need to spell summon once, and then normal summon the other monster, and then that's it, basically. So he's gonna go for the plump, normal summon our Huli, equip it with the Arabesque. We don't need to use the Arabesque here, but instead the Huli getting a copy of the trap card. We'll use the effect of our Ceremony. Our opponent is then, so we're trying to revive back or get a copy of the equip spell. Our opponent is gonna use its effect to absorb the spell and trap in our graveyard. Which a while ago I was thinking, oh, his defense is short. We can't do an OTK. So what I'm doing here is trying to access an equip spell. Luckily, he's increasing the attack, the defense of his monster for me. So there you go. So that's 3,900, and we're viable for an OTK. Really good. Thank you for that. Alright guys, so here we are with our last game. We have 1 Ash Blossom, 1 Harry, 1 Nini, 1 Nibiru, and then 1 copy of Preparation of Rites. So our opponent is going first. Spell summoning a Fenrir to the field. Use the effect of Fenrir. Search out a copy of another Fenrir. So typically this is just an engine. We're going for my friend Purrely. Go for Ash Blossom there. And then he hasn't normal summoned yet, right? He hasn't normal summoned yet. So there we go. Forgot about this replay, by the way. So go for that. Lily, get a copy of the continuous or the field spell. Then use the effect of the Pretty Memory spell summoning the Purrely to the field. Purrely will then gain access to what exactly? So that's the only card that he can manage to get. So my friend Purrely, use the effect of Lily. So that is 1, 2, 3, 3 summons. We need a fifth summon here. But I think he'll settle with this board. So that was close. We were into the Nibiru line. During our turn, you'll use the effect of Beauty, drawing 1 card. Use the effect of Axe of Fools, increase the attack of Beauty. You use the effect of Preparations to give the Uhime. Uhime will then use its effect, get a copy of Arabesque. Nibiru will be discarded or dumped to the graveyard. Use the Arabesque. Equip into the Beauty, and that's... should have equipped it with another card, by the way. So, nevertheless, it's perfectly fine. I don't want to use the Lily. I don't want to equip it with the Purrely monster, because he'll just use it on the next turn. But that's still okay. There we go. And then we'll just sit on the Huli on the field. So, slow as it is, this is one of your stalling cards as well. If ever you're, yeah, like I said, your back is against the wall, you just sit on this card for a long time, and then you'll win the game from there on out. The thing about the Purrelys as well, they target cards. Also with the Kashtiras. So, yeah, you're safe. You're safe from the effects. Unless they have Harpy Spitter-Duster that destroys the back rows. But with the current meta nowadays, people are not really using Harpy Spitter-Duster. So, there we go. We're gonna go for that. Equip an equip spell and then use a change of artifact. He was trying to go for Zeus a while ago, but yeah, luckily we have the trap card. So in his turn, going for the Lily, getting a copy of Leap, and that's it. So the Noir is a targeted effect, by the way. So if you're wondering, because if you're gonna summon Noir, I think the only game plan here for him, if he summoned the Purrely Happiness, I think that would negate the effect of my Huli, but he doesn't know that. So what he did, by the way, was just summon the Noir instead of the Purrely Happiness. So he went for the Noir. There we go. And that's basically it. So let's pause this for a bit and read the effect. You can detach 2 materials from this card and target 1 card your opponent controls. Right. So, yeah. So this guy is gonna use the effect and did not read the effect. So there we go. He's gonna return back my card from the graveyard. Because that's the only target that he can do. There we go. This deck is really fun. Really fun. And very degenerate. I'm out for words, honestly. There we go. Go for the Harry. Try, and then he'll bounce back my equip spell. There we go. Use the Kashtira Fenrir as a control. And then that's it. So, interesting as it is. We just end the game. We just end our turn there. I don't know what he's gonna do here actually. So he attacked on his own Fenrir just to gain access to more cards. And yeah, let's just fast forward this. I think this we won this on the 6th turn, by the way. So go for evenly matched, doesn't really matter. Go for Anima, trying to target my monster. It can't be targeted because it's a mikanko card. There we go. And luckily, the one Jinjuriki that we draw on our 6th turn will win us the game. That's it. So that is basically it, guys. Degenerate as it is, that is the game plan for Mikankos. Let's go back to the outro. Alright boys, so those were the replays and that is the deck profile for you guys today. Hope you enjoy this kind of content. Like and subscribe for more contents like this, and hopefully we'll tackle Galaxy Eyes in the near future. So that's me signing off. I'll see you guys later in the next video. Goodbye.